All right, welcome back to Digger Detecting. It's a Thursday today, Zaz, and we're out in the goldfields. What are you doing here?
I had the day off.
Why do you have the day off?
Because I can.
It's Anzac Day though.
I know.
What are you doing not at school? Doing your Anzac Day celebrations like Dominic? Well, we're going to do a minute of silence out in the bush here. What do you reckon? Okay. And Dominic's been sent off to school this morning with a Rising Sun badge and a little shoulder flash Australia badge. So he's going to be taking that and showing his friends and doing his Anzac Day ceremony today. He's 1 minute of silence down doing the parade. So really, really proud, and I absolutely love when they do that because it just shows respect for all the people that served throughout World War One, World War Two, and look, all the other wars too. There's been a lot. So we are out in the goldfields, as I explained today. We're looking for the gold, and well, we're finding it. We were just finding lead there before, but we moved spots and bingo, straight down onto this new little patch, and we've got some gold stuck in the stone. There's the first bit, and he sounds amazing, and I just got that signal by moving this big tree log here in front of me. I sort of flipped him over and bingo, got the target. And I said to Zave, good lesson mate, why you should move those sticks and branches or logs if you can. So nice sounding signal in that one, but it gets even better because we've got a double banger here. We've got the second bit of rock here that we busted off from that one, and they've both got gold in them. So I'm going to zoom in for this one as well. You'll be able to see the gold if I can hit the button right, and you'll be able to see the gold hiding up in that top corner there. Once the camera focuses, there he goes there, and he's sort of embedded in with the sandstone. We've also got little bits of chips of quartz, as you can see, beside the gold. Very, very interesting material. It's not hot rock material, and look, as you crack it up, the signals sharpen up. Have a listen to this one. Get him in the right spot. Very nice. Just rolling him around in my fingers there. Screamer. So two nice rocks to take home, crush up. We can see gold in both of them. I only wonder just how much is actually in them though. Sometimes you can get multiple pieces. So a good little area to keep humming around, and as you can see, a lot of sticks and branches we can move out of the way and work the ground underneath, and it'll be ground that hasn't been touched or worked before. So let's continue on, Z-Man, and see how much more gold we can find. Yep. Did you hear that? Yeah. That was another gunshot. What are they shooting at? Car? Well, it's not too far away, so they might hit us too. True. We've got our next target here, Zaz, too, mate.
Good.
Bit of a screamer though. I'm not quite certain about this one. And we've also got a bit of rubbish dumped in the hole here. We're not too far away from an old rubbish dump, just up the way there. And we found a heap of bottles and wire and heap of cool stuff. We got out of there though, because there's a lot of signals mixed in between. And those areas, I'm certain they'll have gold. I mean, they're hard to walk away from because you know they'll have gold, but you just got to dig through all that stuff, and it's really painful. It's where I always walk away thinking, oh, I'll come back here with a coin relic machine one day and try it again. Alright, so he might be in the rock once again. You'll notice too, we're opting for the 11-inch Minelab stock standard coil today. I just wanted to try and get a little bit more depth. Nothing wrong with the GOLDHAWK. I love the GOLDHAWK COILTEK coil, 9-inch coil, but I just want to try and gain a little bit more depth today. And the 11-inch is going to help me do that. There goes another gunshot. Alright, is he in the rock or are we chasing rubbish? Let's find out. Hey Zaz, guess what?
What?
Rock on!
Rock.
Guess what we just found?
Rock gold.
Rock gold. I love rock gold. Try and get him in that right angle again. He sounds a big rock gold, Zaz. I can't see him. Do you reckon we should break him up? Oh, there goes another one of those gunshots. What are they shooting at? It's not us. And Zaz keeps saying, well, there goes more lead into the bush for you, Dad. Oh, look at that rust. Look at that ironstone down the bottom there. Isn't that interesting? We've got sandstone, like a slaty sandstone. I'm no geologist, but I think that's what it is, sandstone. Sort of tightly packed sandstone up the top here. But then look at that ironstony rust. It's actually got quartz through it too. Maybe it's lava. Bit of lava flow material. And we've lost our signal. Let's grab the other piece. Very, very cool material. I'm certain it's going to be gold too. Oh, I thought we lost him then. There he is, on this side, somewhere. We might crack him open one more time and just try and separate the two pieces and basically individualise which one's got the gold in it. Let's go, let's have a look. Hopefully it doesn't split in 28 different pieces.
Probably will.
Probably will. We're not doing a great job, are we?
Nope.
Oh, now I can see a crack. It's starting to happen. Alright, let's try with that. Look at that once again. How cool is that? Different layers. Right. He's in that one. Let's just double check this one. Boom! There goes another one. I swore I could see gold in that then. No, nothing in that one. So it's just in that one. Once again, we might crack him up, and he seems to be in the bottom here, so we'll do that and then we'll pocket him and get on to the next. And once we get home, we will dolly all these up and we're going to see just how much gold we get out today. Boom, there goes another one. Alright, well, Zed is the man for this next one. I'm going to throw the camera over to him in a second. Just going to give you a quick listen at the signal that it's giving first. So, and he's taken me a little bit to chase him. I sort of started out here and then I walked over here, or went forward over here, and then I come over here and dug this out, thinking, oh, they might even... It's confusing because you've got a lot of hot rocks to contend with as well, but we do have a definite signal over the back here. Just try and concentrate where he is. Right, I was sort of thinking there, but off the edge of the coil he seems to be right about here. So he sounds goldish to me. Nice little target. And hard to pick up on, which is generally gold. So as I said, let's flick the camera over to Zed-Man and let's have a look what we get. Alright Zed-Man, let's have a look. First time. Please let this be gold, and this is our fifth bit.
Well, if it is gold, it'll be our second official.
That we can see.
Yeah.
We can only see 1 or 2 bits of gold coming out of the stone so far. It's a real funny sound, which is making me think it's not gold now. It's making me think hot rock. I reckon he's in this stone here. So listen.
You're wrong.
No.
It's in this.
Alright, I'll take that back. Steady Eddie. I got an Uncle Eddie, you know that?
Mm-hmm. I met him.
Well, you did actually, yeah. Just the other weekend. First time.
There's a lot of ants.
Guess what, Eddie?
What?
That is gold.
Golden Eddie.
Golden Eddie. Hey, Eddie.
Well, my uncle has a bird named Eddie.
He does. He does. And he bites.
Eddie doesn't bite me.
Oh, he bites me. That's why I don't stick my finger in the cage. There is another bit of gold. How awesome is that? And all this gold's very flat, very shiny, and you can tell it's been liberated from the rock. I mean, we're finding it in the rock, apart from this piece. But just being so flat and shiny, as I said, it would have all been squished in between the rock and then crushed out and liberated. This piece though, he's fallen out of the rock or what have you, and we've picked him up. Everything else I think we're going to find today will be in the stone. That's awesome though. As I said, once we get home, we'll crush them all out and we'll take a look exactly what we've got. Right, well Zaz is on the game for the next one. We've got a hole open here in front of us. We've got a hole open behind Zaz too, and we've got targets still left in it. Everything we got out there prior, we dug about 3 or 4 bits of lead in a row, and Zaz said, your detecting around a target tree, Dad. It's just been shot. And I agree. All the lead in it, and every bit of lead, mate, it come out flat. So it's hit the tree and then fallen out at a later stage. So we've got a target here, and he sounds like a cracker. I didn't really give you a better, good listen. Let's give you a better listen. Lovely. What do you reckon that is?
Gold.
Gold. And you're right. And it should be, what, our 5th bit, 6th bit?
Yeah.
So look out. And you'll see too, I mean, the 9-inch GOLDHAWK coil, COILTEK coil, is amazing at sniffing out all the gold, even the tiniest little bits. But you'll see at the 11-inch coil here, it does hit on just the smaller bits, you know, probably not as small as the GOLDHAWK, but it still has no worries about picking up those tiny little pieces, like the last one. Hopefully this one's a bit bigger. Let's go. Righto, Zed man. First time.
Again.
Bullseye. We're getting good at this, Caber. Now we're not. Now we are. Yeah, this is gold, mate.
In Big Rock.
He's in that clump. Yeah, alright, let's do it. Kinder Surprise gold. Oh, look at the pipe clay coming out. Break him again. And we'll break him one more time. And one more time. I forgot to do the...
He's in the clump.
I forgot to do the halving method. Alright. Where is he?
Clump.
Clump. Oh, that's really hard. Alright, he's not in that anymore. If he was. Are you seeing anything?
No.
Oh, he's in that.
I told you,
Check this out.
clump.
Can you see? Oh, he's a chunker. Can you see that? Got my big fat finger in the way. Are you seeing it?
Yeah.
Is it gold?
Yeah.
It looks goldish. Let's see if we can break him. Oh, was that a tiny bit? Oh no, there's heaps of bits in there, Zaz.
It's not just one.
We just broke out one, but you see that little tiny bit there. Let's take the glove off. Let's grab a little stone. So there's one bit of gold. We'll push him to the back of the pan. We got lucky on this target, mate. And let's make sure there's no gold on the end of that stone. No. There's 2 bits of gold. He's like a real funny looking bit of gold. Look at that. He's got a knob on the end. And 3 bits of gold. Is there another one? No.
No.
So there we go. 3 bits of gold. Only tiny, apart from the clonker in the middle. One with a knob on the end. But 3 bits of gold. 1 target. Exceptional. Let's keep going. Alright, well, just heading back to the car for some lunch quickly. No more gold just yet. Just lead, the white gold. But what we're doing is, as I said, grabbing some lunch, and most importantly, it's about to come on at 12 o'clock, 11:48. So what I want to do is put the drone up in the air and just capture 1 minute of silence. Just basically out of respect for World War I, World War II, all the soldiers, all the nurses, everybody that fought and served and basically protected our rights and protected the country that we live in today. I think that's really important. I really believe in that. Look, we're very, very lucky, because things could have been a lot different. If you know your history, things could have been a lot different, and the world could have been ran a lot differently than what it is now. And we're so lucky to live in such a beautiful, free country that we live in. Very, very lucky. And I always teach the boys that, and always good for them to know that and show respect for that. It's most important. So let's do it. Lunchtime, 1 minute silence. Sazman, come here. Check this one out. We're back after lunch and we've just got our first bit of gold. Can you see him?
In there.
Where?
There.
Where?
The pan.
In the pan what?
The pan.
In what pan?
That pan.
That's a scoop.
Scoop pan.
Oh, scoop pan. Do you want to see him? He's a bent bit of flat gold and he sounds amazing. He sort of sounds a bit wobbly. He's sort of like baroo, baroo when I was going down after him. Maybe it's because he's bent. He's nearly folded in half. Do you want to have a look, mate? Pretty cool. Let me guess, you want to keep it?
No, you can keep it.
Oh, I thought you wanted to keep it. I'm a bit
You need to pay taxes.
Yeah, pay taxes, yeah. Bit disappointed though. I thought you would have said, oh, it's my gold. So there it is though, little folded bit of gold. I'm just going to flatten him out a bit. Gold is very soft too. That's why it's used in jewellery in so many cases, because it's easy to bend, easy to fold, easy to mould and design and shape how you want. So nice bit of bent gold. Lovely. Here's a 0.2, look, probably over 0.20, and biggest bit of gold today. And I did a count up there at lunchtime, and we've actually got 7 bits of gold. So pretty good. Zaz is my lucky charm, even though he's just off breaking all this slate up. What's your fascination with slate, mate?
No, I just like breaking it.
You just like breaking it? You like the way it splits in half, do you?
Yeah.
He sits on the hill there. He'll take a couple of bits of slate and he'll sit on the hill there and he'll just crack, and he'll yell out, hey Dad, look at this bit. It broke funny. And yeah, funny lad.
Like.
Amuse yourself, don't you? Yeah, which is good. So nice bit of gold, number 8. Let's keep going. All right, rock on. We've got our number 9 bit of gold. I'm certain that's what it is. He's in the stone once again. Rock on. Let's take you off Bluetooth because that'll help. And we can hear together. Whenever you get right down to the rocks, you know, I always get excited because you just, well, it can't be lead, it can't be rubbish. And unless it's a hot rock, which we've taken home before and crushed up, and look, we've been tricked, but that's a chunk of quartz from what I can see. Let's have another bit of a look. Sometimes you can see the gold hanging out the side. In this case, I can't. So we're just going to put him in the scoop, or in the container I should say. And as I said, number 9 bit of gold. We've only been going for a bit over 2 hours. Let's keep going. All right, did someone say number 10? There it is. Look out, Z-Man. We are on fire. This is a new little hot patch, mate. So we're going to mark him on the map, and we are going to get back here and work. And look, as I said before, all this gold would have been liberated from the stone. So whatever the miners could not see, they basically threw out and missed, chucked it all out for us to get with our detectors 150 years on. I don't think they knew that we were going to be doing that though. Otherwise they probably wouldn't have thrown as much out. They probably would have thought, right, there's more gold in there, let's crush up every stone to nothing. And some miners did do that. Some miners, even with the dirt and the dust, I've read accounts where they would literally break up the dirt and crumble it up through their fingers to absolutely nothing, and then process it, making sure they got even the tiniest bits of gold. But any diggers that weren't going to do that process and move on, you know, to the next gold rush or gold field or the next hole that they're going to bottom and open up and process the dirt, well, they literally, as I said, threw out a lot of gold. And what a lot of miners didn't realise too is the different layers and different levels of gold. And there was a first account, you know, first thought in the gold fields back in the early gold rush days, that the deeper you dug, the less gold that you hit on. Well, wasn't that proved wrong later years? You know, the deeper you dug, well, we found some of the biggest gold ever in history. You know, some of the richest gold veins and gold deposits were well down underground, 200, 300 feet underground. But the miners at the first start of the gold rush, they didn't know that, and they thought that the further you went down, the less you'd get. So, bit of a misconception there. And look, the gold game wouldn't have been easy back then, like it's not easy today. Thankfully though, we've got detectors to sniff it out that little bit better. Let's keep going. Say hello to number 11. I think it's 11. Is it 11?
I'm 11.
You're 11?
No, I'm 13.
No, you're 13. You're nearly 14. And you know what we're going to do with some of this gold, mate?
What?
We're going to go party like it's 1969.
Yeah.
Nah, we'll probably look at helping you buy your first car. You don't know that yet. Shh, don't tell Zavier. Shh. We've sort of been thinking though lately, and we've got a bit over 2 ounces saved up. It's crazy, I know. And with it, I'd like to help Zave buy his first car, because I said 14 very soon. Oh, that's a rock. Rock on. Another one. 14 very soon, and well, soon enough he'll be 16. Be looking to drive cars around. We've got a car you could use. They've got the green Commodore in the shed. It's missing paint though. You don't mind driving a car around with no paint?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can drive Prado.
Just means you don't have to wash it.
Yeah, I can drive Prado.
No, you're not driving the Prado. You're not on the insurance. Look at that. you want to clean him up? No, no. I was going to say don't put him in your mouth. Do you know there's like toxins in the ground in the goldfields?
Yeah.
You shouldn't really put stuff in your mouth. You're like Pa, he just picks rocks up and eats them, licks them.
Who's the person that ate gold?
Well, yeah, okay. Point taken. Funny thing too, when we're at the Deborah Gold Mine in Bendigo, we did the underground tour. Remember what the tour guide said to us?
What?
That where did they go to the toilet underground in the mines? They went in the bucket, but where'd the bucket get tipped?
The molecule.
On the Mullikeeps. And where does Pa find most of his rocks from and lick them and clean them?
Molecule.
On the Mullikeep. So as soon as we heard that, we had a bit of a chuckle, didn't we? And we said to the tour guide, well, Zave's Pa here, he licks rocks off Mullikeeps, so I wonder how much stuff he's licked off the rocks from the Mullikeeps. You know what I'm talking about? Oh, yeah. So crack a bit of gold in that one, I'm certain, because what we're seeing there is a little quartz stone. He's quartz around here, but he's actually got a bit of volcanic basalt around in this layer here. You can see that real fine grain material, and I can't spot the gold. So another one for us to crush up. Rock on, number 11. Let's keep cracking. That's big gold, mate.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Hopefully.
Hopefully. Is he in that rock? That's a crazy signal. I was going to say, I don't think big gold. Big foil. Big silver gold. Doesn't make sense.
Nope.
Rubbish. Yeah, I want you to film. Is that alright?
Yeah.
Thanks, lad. I've got a nice target here, and he's underneath the rock, mate. Rock on. Watch your fingers. So he's underneath that piece of slate. There, your favourite. You can have him. And he's under that piece of, what is that, basalt? Yeah, that's basalt. You can tell with that tightly packed grey material there. Hopefully that's not the target. Have you got metal on you? What's metal on you? It must be your shoes. Stand up for a sec. What do you got in your pockets?
Nothing. It'd be that.
Ah!
Little clippy thing.
Little clippy. Get you every time. Alright, Zed man, you're the man. We're going to dig this guy out and hopefully it's in the rock once again, because that's what we're pulling out of the hole here, and hopefully it's gold. Let's have a look. Nothing.
Something.
Something.
Nothing.
Nothing. Ah.
Something.
Something. We don't want. That's lead. How did lead get through all that stone? I don't know. Let's keep going. Alright, well you've seen that last bit of lead come out from that hole there, and the thing about taking out the rubbish is it opens up those next signals for you, and that's exactly what it's done on this one. He's opened up the next signal, and well, the next signal was a bit of gold. I think I've just dropped him. Geez, I mucked that up, didn't I?
Yep.
It is definitely gold though. How do I know? Because I already spotted it. And then I flicked the camera on. But now I've lost it. So we're going to find him. He's somewhere in there. We're going to find him, come back, and well, we'll give you a look this time. Alright, well there he is. We have got him, and I was not lying. It's another bit of gold. And as I said, remove the trash, you get the treasure. We removed the lead, and then we got another signal standing back up. It was the gold, and the lead would have just been hiding this, masking this signal from us being able to hear him. And generally the more predominant signal is going to stand out first, and the lead being bigger and more obvious, well, it stood out first and masking that gold. But as soon as we remove the lead, bingo, number 12. Thank you very much, Lee. Let's keep going. Rightio, Zed man, it's been a big day. You want to hold those for me? They're sweaty, don't put them on. It's been a massive day, but we have just got lucky, mate. You know why?
Why?
What's in the scoop? It's just a rock, Dad.
Rock.
Rock. Wave him over. was going to say, touch him to the coil. Oh, that's the sweet spot. Check us look. Sounds amazing. Actually, tell me if you can see him. I just had a look and he's hanging out the side. So we've done it. That is number
13.
Lucky number 13.
As I said we would get.
And well, yeah, you did say we get 13 bits of gold. Phenomenal. And remember, we don't have all our gold out just yet. We've still got it in the stone, like this little piece. And we still need to get home and dolly it all out. That one's really hard to see, but he is in there. So once we get home, we'll dolly it all out, and I dare say we're going to get a lot more than 13 bits of gold today. 20? I'm going to say 21 with everything that we've got to crush.
22.
22? Alright. So that's 22, I'm 21. When you get home, you've got to help me. Deal?
Okay.
Deal. We'll see you there. Rightio guys, well as you can see we are at home. We've made the journey back. We've got Z-Man here with us and we've also picked up a young Dominic. How'd you go at Anzac Day today, mate?
Good.
Good, and Dom's got some really special information to share with us about the Rising Sun hat badge, or collar badge I should say. He's also got a bit of research that he's done at school and he's got a few stories to share. He's got tons to share.
Yeah.
And so do we. So, do you know how many bits of gold we got today, buddy?
No.
13. Is that all you got to say?
Yeah.
Ha! Sound like the Minecraft movie. So, it was the boys quote every day. So, 13 bits of gold there. And look, we'll leave all those loose ones off to the side just for now. Actually, we won't. I'm going to change my mind. We're going to put them on the scales and see what we get. So, loose gold first. We've got 0.19, and that's the little pieces and that big folded over piece included. So onto the scales it goes, and we've got 0.29 for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 pieces in the pan there. So not too bad, but remember, most of our gold come out from the stone today. So we've got one stone to crush up, we've got another one to crush up, we've got that one, we've got this one. This one here I'm not certain about. He does not look right, but he's got a bit of a signal in him, so we need to identify what's in that one as well. We've also got the two big bits that we found towards the start, and we can see the gold hanging out of them just off the side there, especially on that rock there. Don't quite remember about this one. Oh yeah, there he is on the side once again. So look, let's smash them all up. Dom's going to tell us some cool stuff, but first we're going to check out just what gold we've got in these stones, and then we'll come back to you, Dom. Yeah, alright, let's go. Alright, Dom's got the camera for us, and we are going to start with the littlest first. So, break him up, and bingo, there's our bit of gold. So, straight off the bat, one piece of gold straight away, and all that other material doesn't look like he's got anything else in it. We will keep it all off to the side, and we will pan it just to make sure. So, second bit of rock, and we can see the gold once again, hanging out the side of here, just off the side. I'll do this out in the daylight. But we will crack the concrete. In the shed here, it doesn't quite matter. It's old concrete, so we're best stay in here to do it. So another bit of gold in this one. I did just see. He's still hiding in that rock there. And there he is. So can you zoom in on that one, Dom? Can you see that, buddy? Working out the camera. Well done, mate. You're doing a great job. So number 2 bit of gold. And look, that's probably 0.20 right there. So not too bad. Probably about 20 bucks worth of gold coming out in those 2 stones. Let's move forward for the 3rd biggest now, and then the 4th biggest, and then the 2 last big ones.
Yep.
Alright, we've just crushed up that next one, and it was really hard to see the gold. I actually couldn't see it, but I've just got that little piece hanging out the side there of that stone. So I can see that one okay. So we know there's that little bit of gold, but there might also be more in this material. So we better crush that up to a fine powder in the dolly pot, because if we crush it out of the dolly pot, it'll fly off to the side and we'll probably end up losing it. So let's just get this one out first. There he is. How cool is that when it comes straight out from the rock like that? Very, very cool. So number 3, we'll move him over to the side. Move him over with the other 2 pieces there. And look, we're just going to crush this up very quickly and just double check that there's no more material left in this stone. Alright, we just crossed out that last stone. Did not show it on camera, but there is the gold right there. So we've got the first 2 bits coming out and the little 3rd bit. So we will push that to the side, and all this other material, I don't know that there's going to be gold in these little stones, but the bigger ones, I'm hopeful that there's multiple bits of gold in them. So these 2 big stones over the back here, we will be crushing them up to dust, and we will quickly pan them off. So let's get this next one done though now. And number 4, let's go. What are we going to get from this one, Zez, man?
Gold.
Gold. How big is it going to be?
Tiny.
There it is right there. Look at that. Straight out of the bat. And we might, once again, have a little bit more in here. We'll just have to double check. Let's get this one out a little bit better. There he is. Oh, it's a nice skinny flat bit, once again. Number 4. So that is 17 bits of gold that we've got today. Not the 13 that we first had. And we're probably still going to get more. Let's go for number 5 stone. See what we get. Right, number 5 stone's going in the dolly because I don't want to lose any material. So 1 nice big smack. Oh, maybe 2. Maybe 5, I lied.
That was 4.
And, or maybe 4 then. And we should see our gold. And as I said, these stones, they probably will have multiple pieces in them. So best that we just crush them up the best we can. If we can't spot them, we'll just throw it through the pan, which is going to look like it's going to happen with this one. Because I can't spot him. Can you?
Nope.
No? Alright. Alright, well, last stone that we've got to crush up is the big guy. Now we can see a little bit of gold hanging out the side. The last one we did not get any gold visibly that we've seen just by crushing, but remember we will pan it. But this one's going to be the same. We're going to go after that bit of visible gold there. If we can't get him out, we will crush it and we will pan the rest. So let's put him in the dolly and let's start crushing. Can't see nothing. Can you see it? Right, well, the last 2 rocks that we've just crushed up, as you've seen, we got nothing out of the last one. Well, this one's the same. I can't see anything, and we know there's gold in it. We literally seen it hanging out the side. But it might be that tiny, and look, there might be multiple pieces in these 2 stones that we really should be panning off to make sure that we get them. There it is. There's one.
Is it?
You see that one?
Decent.
Yeah, nice little nuggy. So another one for the collection. We'll just knock that bit of ironstone off him. And, oh, there's another bit right there. Can you see that? It's tiny. It might be the bit of gold that we've seen hanging out the side. And it is very, very tiny once again. But it's still another bit of gold. Right there at the end of my fingertip. Awesome. Let's clean them up. Let's crush that little stone off that one. And as I said, come back and we'll pan all this off. And then Dominic, my lad, you're itching to tell us something.
Yes.
We're going to get back and hear that in a minute. Right, well, can you see the pan there, mate?
Yep.
We've got all the material mixed in. And we're just going to do a really quick shake around. I haven't not separated any material yet. But I reckon we're going to see a few little tiny specks of gold in here. Little tiny specks.
You say that like it's true.
Yeah, I say that like they're going to be tiny. We're probably going to get more tiny ones out of there. Look, even there's a bit there.
That's
amazing. So we just got another 4 bits of gold just out of that pan.
And we haven't done it.
And yeah, we haven't even actually properly crushed it up. Watch your socks. Oh, watch your socks.
You said that way too late.
Crazy cat. All right, let's put him on the scales. Let's see what we got. Another bit.
And you haven't even panned it.
Another bit. If you get up my finger, it's wet. And another bit. Oh, that's a real flat bit. And last bit for the pan, without doing any more to it. Sorry, last 2 bits. 2 tiny little bits.
Together.
One stuck on my finger, which he's gone now. We don't want him.
No.
Too small to muck around with. So, just come down here, Zed man. I just want to see how many bits of gold that we've got. All up, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 bits of gold coming out of that stone. And Back over here, mate, we've got 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 and 17 pieces of gold for today. So let's now do the honours and put them on the scales, see what they weigh. So 17 pieces, I'll tell you what, it's not a record for me. I think 21 or 22 in a day is the most I've got, but that's still exceptional. So 0.27, 0.30, let's tip all the rest on. And 0.57 that takes us up to. So 0.57 of a gram, so over half a gram, and gold is currently $174 a gram Australian at the moment. So that there is, well, about 80 odd dollars worth of gold. So exceptional day, exceptional run. Thank you very much, Zavier, for all your help, Z-Man. And now the only thing left to do is chat with Dominic. And what's going on, Dom? What do you got to show us?
So, at school, I went and researched about the rising sun.
Yes.
And I researched what does it say
Yes.
at these bits. I saw a lot of answers, but they didn't match up with this. Then I saw one which did.
Okay.
And it says Australian Commonwealth Military Force.
Australian Commonwealth Military Forces. I can see that. So what do you think that means? It's the Australian Commonwealth Military Forces.
Yeah.
It's the army, it's the badge for the military forces of Australia.
And this is the small one,
Wait.
so it would go on the collars.
Perfect. And what else did you have? You had a bigger one too, and where did
Yeah.
that go?
The bigger one would go on the hat.
On the side of the hat?
Yeah.
Yep.
The
And
slouch hat.
did you just have one on the collar?
No, you had one here and one here.
Each side. Good boy. And then you had your military buttons running down the centre of your jacket, of your service coat or service uniform.
Yeah, and then if you had any badges, then you would have them here.
Yes. And what went here on your shoulder? Remember the Australia?
The Australian.
And they called it the shoulder
The shoulder flag.
flash.
Flash.
Close. Very good. And what did your teacher say?
That my teacher's mum's grandfather had like a diary in their pocket.
And they served in the war? Yep. Yep.
A bullet got shot, went through the diary, and my teacher's mum's grandfather that served in the war.
Yep.
He was meant to go and get the highest badge
Yes.
from the general.
Yes. The highest
But,
honour.
but they got shot.
Oh no.
And he didn't get it.
Oh, that's sad. That's very sad. So, do you think today is very important, Anzac Day? Like, what did you go do today?
I went to the Memorial Square.
Yes, and you celebrated Anzac Day,
Yeah.
and you had your 1 minute of silence. We had our 1 minute of silence out the bush.
Nice.
Do you think that's important to do? Why?
Because you're showing respect to all the fallen in the war.
All the people that served and fought in the war, males and females, soldiers and nurses. Everybody always forgets about the nurses, but in actual fact, they were just behind the front line, serving themselves and looking after the men.
They're much as important.
That's right, they're just as important. And a lot of the times, the nurses behind the front line, well, sometimes the battle would shift back and, you know, they were behind the front line, but then all of a sudden the front line would come to them. So they'd have grenades and bullet fire coming through the hospital tent as they're trying to help people, so help wounded. So the nurses, look, a lot of people forget about the nurses. I certainly don't. The soldiers and the nurses, and it's important to show your respect for everybody that served in war or has served in war or currently still serving in war today. So not a nice thing. Look, I hope the boys find a good career and a good job, and if that's in the military, then so be it. I wouldn't like to see them go into the military, but look, if they're off to serve their country or do that sort of stuff, I'd be there supporting them 100%. So, and we always show respect. Well done. All right, that's about it for us today, guys. Thank you so much, Dominic. Thank you so much, Z-Man. We've absolutely smashed it today. Well done. And well done, Dom. So, and 17 bits of gold, did I say?
Yep.
Yeah, exceptional day. And a great day of that, as I said, Anzac Day, most important to celebrate, show your respect. I look forward to seeing you on the next adventure, guys. We'll catch you then. Cheers.
See you next time.
Bye, lest we forget.
Lest we forget. Well done, mate.
Bye.